Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be looking back on Season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead and talking about what are my top 5 favorite characters from this season. Guys, this is going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another ranking list. This one is a top 5 video. Wanted to go ahead and do this one for a little bit, which is now looking back on Season 7 after we've had a little while to sit on it. What are my top 5 favorite characters of this season? So, obviously, would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Who are your favorite characters? Top 5 favorite characters, of course, for Fear the Walking Dead. We'll go over a few honorable mentions, and then we'll get into the actual ranking list. But before I do, I just want to go ahead and say that, if you guys have seen some of the recent videos for Fear the Walking Dead, you'll know how I feel about the season. So it's, there's not many characters that I actually think are that good this season. I guess I'll just kind of say it that way. But again, we'll see, what you guys have for best characters. I'm actually kind of curious to see where you guys kind of stand on this because it's really hard. They don't really have all that many big characters this season on Fear that I feel like this season that, have stood out, at all. I mean, it's very, very rare. So anyway, let's get into it. A couple honorable mentions before we get started. One is Althea. Yes, I do put Althea in this list. I actually enjoyed the character in episode 6. I thought it was a good exit for her character. And they handled her character very well for the time she was on the show. I thought she was, pretty good. And, I can't really say she did anything that annoyed me. So I definitely think she warrants a spot on this list for sure. And the other one is Madison. Now, Madison is not going to make the top 5 just because, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, Dan, that's kind of lame. Why would you put Madison on the list? Well, for one, she's only in one episode. Second of all, I just don't like the baby stealing plot. However, I like the portrayal from Kim Dickens. I like the reaction to her kids being dead. It's a return that we've been waiting for. So I'll give her a, honorable mention. She'd be like a number 6. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Now, let's get into the actual top 5. Number 5, we're going to get started off with Morgan, okay? Morgan is a good character this season, but he's not perfect. He's not perfect. Poisoning Strand is his biggest flaw. Everything else, I can honestly defend. Trying to get his people out of the tower from Strand. And I really like his interactions with Althea in episode 6. I really enjoy some of the lines like, my son died because of it. Lines like this, wanting to get his people out. I think Morgan is overall a pretty solid character. Plus, his interactions with Madison were very good as well, too. So, he's a pretty good character. He is a little flawed this season. However, he's good enough for me to put him in a top 5 this season. I do still like him, but he is a bit flawed this season, unlike Season 6, where I feel like Season 6, they actually did a really good job with his character. Season 7, not quite as good, but he had his moments. He's in this list because, he had his moments for sure. Number 4 is going to be a 1-episode character. This may shock you guys. Will. Yes, Will is going to make the top 5. And that's how you know it's pretty pathetic when a fucking 1-episode character makes it on my list. But I'll tell you why. The actor really sold me. I really like the concept of the character. Also, his relationship with Alicia, how much he cares about her, the dialogue with Strand, the portrayal from the actor, I mean, it was really good. And he also saved Alicia's life. So I have to give credit where credit is due somewhere. He is a pretty well-written character for the most part. Would I have liked to see him and Alicia continue on as a couple? I actually would have. I think that would have been really cool. But they had to kill him for Strand to become a villain. Not bad. However, seeing where Strand's villain arc goes, low-key should have kept him around, to be honest. I just think the actor did a really good job with his character, honestly. Number 3 is going to be June. Every time June is on screen this season, I can actually say I really like her. She's one of the only things that hasn't failed from this season for me because I really like, well, for one, I really enjoyed her in Cindy Hawkins. I really liked her stuff with, John Dory Sr. She's a nurse. She helps people. She also is very defendant of Charlie. In episode 10, she defends the shit out of Charlie, and she gets right in Howard's way when he tries to harm Charlie. Love that. Also, really like how she tries to get Little Mo out of there. She does something for the greater good while she's inside the tower. Unlike John Sr., who just kind of started chilling there or something, she actually took action. She did something. She stepped up, and because of her, the baby got to Morgan. Yes, John Sr. technically, but it was her idea to get the kid out of there. So I'll give credit where credit is due. And I think Jenna Elfman did a really good job as well, too. Plus, she also saved Alicia's life, and I can say she's one of the only characters this season that I can't say I was ever annoyed with June this season. I think they still wrote her character pretty good. It's the amount, I would say, that lacks. But when we got June on screen, I think she was actually pretty darn good. And then the final two, I'm going to rank them together. Number 2 and number 1. Number 2 is Sherry, and number 1 is Dwight, okay? And this is why. You could even switch out these two, honestly. If you want to put Sherry first and then Dwight later, it doesn't matter. These two are my all-time favorites of this season, and I'll tell you why. Their plot is actually good. I like Sherry being pregnant. I like that plot. I like the references to Negan and giving over to Strand. How it would be just as bad as Negan and the Saviors. And we're not going back to that life. And we're not going to be those people anymore. We're going to be better. For the kid that we're raising and for the life that we're trying to build, I love that. I think it's great. It's one of the only things in season 7 that doesn't piss me off. And it's another reason why they're my favorites as well too is because Dwight, yes, he's awesome. But Sherry, she really improved this season compared to last season. Her care for Dwight, how much she cares about him now, what she'll do for Dwight, and also being pregnant with Dwight's, child. I think it's really good. I think it's really good. And they feel like their Walking Dead selves. Meanwhile, I feel like Morgan sometimes just kind of feels like another character. These two, every time I watch them, I feel like I'm watching something from Walking Dead. That's what I really like about them, and that's why they're my two favorites. So this list, I guarantee this is going to be a very kind of up and down type list. I feel like a lot of people will agree with this, a lot of people will disagree, but that's now why it's time now for you guys to share your info, share your list in the comment section below. Let me know what are your top 5 favorite characters of Fear the Walking Dead this season, and that's it for this video, guys. Thank you also so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below, and of course, guys, if you're new here, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss some of my videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Did some Boys reviews for the series The Boys on Amazon Prime earlier today, so definitely go ahead and check those out as well too if you're a fan of that show. And that is it for this video, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.